Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back again with this week's update and all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We are in the third week of September 13th until the 17th, Monday to Friday, retail, low print, imports, but no community spotlight this week because I am just really busy. Now before we get into this week's episode, I just want to say that next week is actually the second anniversary of this series. Yeah, I've been doing it 2 years every week and telling you guys all the physical releases. So to celebrate, I'm not doing anything fancy because I'm a really boring person, but I thought maybe I could do an Ask Me Anything, an AMA kind of thing, where if you leave a comment below, you can ask me anything you want and I'll try to be as honest as possible. Then at the end of next week's episode, I'll do like a Q&A session kind of thing, okay? So if you have a question for me about the series, about me, about what's my favorite kind of apple, I don't know, in the comments below, write AMA and then your question. So AMA, what's your favorite kind of apple, that sort of thing. And yeah, I'll try to answer as many as possible. I'm sure about 5 of you will actually ask a question. Anyways, let's jump into this week's games. Cruis'n Blast is revving its way to the Switch this week, and I tell you what, I've got my review locked and loaded for tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow you will see my review of Cruis'n Blast. Be there tomorrow at noon, New York time. That's 5 p.m. in the UK and whatever that is in wherever you are in the world. I'd appreciate it if you'd be there to watch it. It really helps us out. Anyways, this is a return of a dormant series that's actually owned by Nintendo but licensed to an arcade company, Raw Thrills. This is an arcade game but greatly expanded upon for this console release. There are many more tracks and, well, okay, I don't want to say many more cars because they're not all cars. Split screen multiplayer for up to 4 people, sadly no online. But yeah, without saying too much, check out my review tomorrow. If you need some bat poo crazy arcade nonsense, then this is one you may want to take a look at. Yes, I said bat poo because apparently last week I said a few too many naughty words for people's likings. Bat poo. And our executive producers Jonathan Rumor, Punky Dooster and Boombox have chosen this as their pick of the week. Colors Live is a very interesting title, not exactly a game, more of an app. And magnificently, this app comes with an actual pressure sensing pen in the physical version, so it is very unique. If you liked Art Academy, then you'll be right at home with this. If you're a beginner, it may not make you into the next Picasso, but for budding artists, it's a nice way to own your skills. And I really look forward to seeing your fan art of somebody worthy of fan art. Tales of Iron is a bit of uncertainty this week. Well, actually, it is releasing in Europe this week, but there is a delay for the UK version especially and the US one. This is for mainland Europe. This is a side-scrolling action game, kind of looks like Salt and Sanctuary, but this time with a rat, which makes it worse. Yeah, not seeing the appeal of rats as main characters in games. It should be a dog or a leopard. Congratulations, I've just made your game 10 times better. Regardless, it looks like it could be fun, although the trailer that I've seen isn't giving too much away in terms of, its quality. Ni no Kuni Revenant Kingdom is perhaps the most hyped game this week, if you're one of those nutcases who's not looking forward to Cruis'n. Anyways, I think many people always assumed this would come to the Switch considering the original game was a surprising success on the system. Our review of the original game is one of our biggest videos ever, back when YouTube actually liked us. So yeah, I've heard that this is better than the original in some ways, but also worse in others. There's a bit of give and take here. As you can see, they probably had to dial down the budget somewhat. Yeah, a JRPG, another one on the Switch, who can say no to this? And our executive producers Dane Wilkinson, Robotech, JCross7776 and Vilos chosen this as their pick of the week. Goosebumps Dead of the Night should be releasing in Europe this week. It's out in the US already from what I know, but this is a 3D first-person horror game for kids. I have no idea if it's any good, but let's face it, I don't think anyone would have high expectations of this, so maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised if you're into it, or I don't know, if you're into Goosebumps as a kid. I used to love the TV show. Colossus Down, I'm not 100% sure on this one either, since I only see it on Amazon UK this week, but nowhere else, so it's a little bit sus. Anyways, whatever. I ain't stressing over a game that has a collector's edition inspired by a box of cornflakes. That would be a true low point in my life. This has a simple looking art style, kind of like a kids TV show, if a little bit twisted. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up kind of thing made by the same people as Agatha Knife, which is one of First Press Games' releases. Yeah, maybe it's this week, maybe not at all, I don't know, but I try. Hoa, I think, should be releasing in the US this week. I've already talked about this game in the past, but it got delayed just after I made that video. Anyways, it's a beautiful looking simple puzzle platform. I've talked about it already, so no need to repeat myself. Also, a quick shout out to Team Sonic Racing, which seems to be getting yet another re-release this time, bundled with a Sonic art book, and that's on Amazon UK. I didn't see it anywhere else. Alright, let's jump into the low prints. PlayAsia have 2 releases this week. Yes, 2 more exclusive Switch games, and 2 very positively received visual novels, but with twists. Firstly, we have The Letter, horror visual novel, because I don't know about you, but I genuinely feel a shiver of terror when I see a letter from the student loans company. Ugh. This is a long, branching visual novel, plenty of jump scares. People on Steam said it's pretty great if you enjoy the genre. There's a standard edition and a limited collector's edition, which includes a poster and soundtrack CD if you enjoy listening to horror music while riding the bus to work. I don't know. And I gotta say, I love the artwork for the collector's edition. That is some creepy ass stuff. Thursday for this one, be there. Their second release is Love, Esquire, another visual novel mixed with a JRPG. Why did I not wait a week to put this in my RPG imports list? Because these are technically imports as well, remember? It's a dating sim visual novel with, shall we say, lewd elements. It has a comedic slant to it, as you are a lowly squire trying to get his end away. It's definitely more on the story side. The JRPG battles seem to be more a gimmick to the actual novel, so don't go expecting a Final Fantasy game. It's the story first and foremost. And despite the daft premise, it is supposed to be very good. And I remember when I saw this released digitally, I did fancy it for reviewing it, but you know, time. There's a standard edition as well as a collector's edition, which includes a double soundtrack CD, baby. And I should stress, both of these games are not for a younger audience or older gentlemen who are at risk of, you know, a few heart problems if getting a little excited. These are for pervs, or those impervious to kind of lewd elements. Now, they're not R-rated or anything like that, but you should know what you're getting into before you buy it. So yeah, 2 visual novels this Thursday, exclusive to PlayAsia. Now, maybe there is a bundle going on if you buy both together. I don't know. I just recently got the heads up about this release, so I guess we will see when it's revealed on Monday. Yes, believe it or not, it's not Monday where I am right now. Anyways, I would massively appreciate it if you wanted to purchase one or both of these games, that you come back here on Thursday, 11 PM Hong Kong time, and use the link below in the description. As if you do, it will help out SwitchWatch, this series, ever so much at the same time. It really supports us more than you know, and I thank you greatly. Plus, in return, as always, you can also get a very nice 5% off it if you use the coupon code SwitchWatchTV while checking out. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, while checking out on PlayAsia for 5% off any physical item. Remember, the collector's editions are limited, and the standard editions are probably even more limited than those. They just don't say it. Deponia Collection is Super Rare's latest game. 4 games in one. Really nice quality adventure games from what I've heard. I know one of these games is physical already in Europe. I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but I've always been interested in it, and I am all over this release. Well, I would be, except for one thing. 65 quid. Did they wear a balaclava when they typed up that price? Super Rare, I mean, I don't think they've quite grasped the concept of a collection. There's supposed to be, you know, value in them. Yeah, alright, digitally they're 18 quid each when they're not on sale every week for less than £2. Like, did you even try to negotiate with the publisher? Did you try? Really? Because, like, these are on sale all the time. So the publisher is willing to go low if you probably ask them. So somebody is getting hoodwinked here. I'm not sure if Super Rare got hoodwinked by the publisher, or we, the consumer, are getting hoodwinked by Super Rare. Who knows? You can also pay double pretty much if you want a collector's edition, which looks pretty nice. They don't do collector's editions often, but when they do, they're pretty nice if rather expensive, and I'm not sure what's ramping the price up that much. I mean, for 50 quid extra, £50, you're getting a CD, a sticker sheet, and an art book. Anyways, Thursday to pick this one up. I think even scalpers are gonna think twice about this one. And this is Santa Tartaruga's pick of the week, specifically the collector's edition. He said, yeah, the standard edition is a little bit too pricey. And by the way, I'm just gonna edit this in because I just finished the video, but now I've just remembered something. I remember like last year, Super Rare put out like a question, maybe on Twitter or an email, and they asked people if they would be willing to pay extra for like a more premium physical game, not like a collector's edition, but like a standard copy that was way more expensive than retail if it was extra special, like a collection of some high quality or more high profile releases. And I think pretty much everyone said yes, of course, with dreams of like the Atelier Arlen trilogy or something like that, not Deponia. And I think this is what they were talking about, which is kind of sad. I think Super Rare, they're really nice, but whoever's making the decisions really they live in their own bubble. They don't have any awareness. They can't read the room, or maybe they don't want to read the room. But anyway, £65. No, you should have negotiated harder, really. Strife is Limited Run's distribution title. I'd never heard of it before they announced it, but apparently Limited Run are going all out with the Doom clones because this is another one. I mean, fine, they are genuinely pretty decent quality, but spread them out a little, guys, spread them out. You can order this on September 14th. Crimson Clover World E-Explosion, I think that's how you pronounce it, is First Press Games' latest game. Yeah, the low print company who just go quietly about their business, putting out some decent games. They got an absolute banger this week. This is a very highly rated vertical shmup inspired by the Cave classics. I've heard nothing but great things about this one, and so, you know what, despite the high price, I may actually go for it. Now, like most First Press Games releases, they have more variations than I would personally advise. Once you're past two kinds, I personally start to panic. I feel indecisive and probably end up not going for any of them. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, too much choice panics me. They have two standard editions, one with a normal cover and one with a Japanese cover. These come with some rather nice sleeve cases. They remind me of those like VHS cases that are like books on a shelf, remember those? But anyways, like in a good way though. They also have a limited edition and then a super expensive collector's edition, and you can pre-order any of these right now. And there's even two versions of the soundtrack because, yeah, have more choice. Alright, let's jump into the imports. Remember guys, if anything takes your fancy and you'd like to import it for yourself, then there are links below in the description and the pinned comment alongside those Play Asia exclusives, alongside our discount code. If you use the link and the codes, it helps support us so much. This week, Metallic Child is the game I am hyped about. This is being released in Japan with English. There's no Western physical as of yet, but I actually talked with the developer and he said it would be a big ambition of his to do so given the chance. So there is a chance that this may come to a Western physical market in the future, but for now, it is Japanese only. This is an action roguelike with big chunky graphics, an anime girl with oversized weapons, battling robots and big bosses. There's even some shooter sections thrown in for good measure. Hacking and slashing, absorbing robot powers into you. Look, I am not expecting the world here, but it seems right up my alley. Pick up and play, a bit of challenge, and anime girls kicking ass. That's all I really need in my life at this point. I'm really rooting for this to be good, but don't take my word for it just yet because I haven't played it. And I've been trying really hard to get this for a review. It's just I've had difficulty with the publisher in the past. It's the same publisher as Aria Chronicle, who replied to me a month after I asked for it. Come on, Crest, let me tell people about your game. And our executive producer, Cartoon Star, has chosen this as his pick of the week. In Japan, there's also a few visual novel thingy-mabobs without English, since Memories Off the Starry Sky, Charade Maniacs, or Charade Maniacs, that sounds great, Bang Dream, Girls Band Party. Yeah, none of these have English. Now, there is no community spotlight this week because I am super busy, but please remember some important things. Tomorrow, we have a review of Cruis'n Blast. We currently have a review of Toem, which went out just before this video. Check that out. There's no physical release, not yet anyways. Thursday, Please come back here if you plan on purchasing the letter or love Esquire or both. It massively helps us out. Plus, next week is the second anniversary of this series, so leave a comment with AMA and then any question that you want. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of New Physical. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Jonathan Rumor, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, J Cross 7776, Elissa, Punky Dooster, Michael Del Polito, Cartoon Soren, Jack Severus, Vilos, Robotech, and Z. Thank you ever so much for your support. Plus you, yes you watching right now. If you watched all the way through, what a legend you are. Give me a fist bump in the comments and I'll give you one back because you help us grow the most. Check out some of our other stuff that I've mentioned already and I'll see you guys over there. Have a good one.